Okay, we are live. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Alright, so if y'all can hear me, let me know. Hey, Manjula, can you hear me okay? Oh, hey, Maribel. How are y'all doing? Yes. We have 6 people on. Hey, Sam. All right, good. All right, so knock on wood that everything technology goes well. That seems to be my uncontrollable aspect, and I think it brings me the most frustration. So we decided not to do Minicam tonight just because we haven't tested it well enough. So anyhow, how are y'all doing? Oh yeah, it's been a really interesting 2 days, but I think it's really funny how you just start to focus on bringing positive things into your life, and how when that happens, you kind of put aside the negative, and or at least for me, I mean, I've had a few things happen that weren't going according to plan. Hey, Stacy, how are you? So, Stacy, we're doing a crystal conversation tonight, and we're actually preparing for the full moon, which is on Thursday. We're going to have a grid that each one of us is going to create, and in addition to that, it's going to be our first event that we're having. I'm calling it the Collective Crystal Coalition, lack of a better term, right? It's just a bunch of us getting together, focusing with crystals, and creating a partnership, right? And the idea that we're going to have is, and for this particular event, and maybe all those going forward, but it's going to happen at 7:11 p.m. Thursday, the full moon, and we're gonna focus on promoting truth, love, and empathy. So whoever wants to participate will have their crystal, whatever crystal that is, whatever you feel like that has the best communication and connection to you. At 7:11, we're all gonna sit wherever we're at, stand outside, in your bedroom, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, in your car, wherever, and you're gonna focus that energy and that intention into that crystal. And as a collective, we're all gonna come together promoting truth, love, and empathy for everyone. And what we're going to do is whoever wants to be recognized as participating, I mean, you can participate and not be part of the collective. I mean, as far as getting identified. 7-Eleven at different time zones, right? Yep. That's exactly right, Sam. So it's going to happen for me at 7-Eleven Central Standard Time. And Sam made a good point. So for me at 7-Eleven it's CST, but for someone else it could be 8-11. I guess that would be EST. And then maybe somebody's going to be 5-11 at, Pacific Standard Time, whatever. So the thought is, and this is Sam's idea, that we all come together and just be beacons and ultimately what I'd love to have us do is plot us out on a map. You know, I mean, so here I am in Pearland, and Sam is near Chicago, and like little lights. And so everyone is just going to be like little lights wherever we're at, and just putting that energy out, because I know that frequencies, when we all have a common frequency, when you raise the frequency, then all of that just really resonates with people. Like attracts like, and when you're putting out positive energy, then you know it's you receive it back. It's like a boomerang. Oh, hey, Amy. Yeah, it's Sam's idea. So I'm just so excited to be a part of it. So if y'all are willing to do that, that would be great. So before, and think about it, no pressure. If you would be willing to do that, then we're going to plot a map. Wendell and I are going to do this. And so at 7-Eleven my time on Thursday, we're going to create a map. And so for Amy, if you're willing to do that, then we would put a spot on the map for, you know, in a general direction of your home, not your address. And then that way, I mean, that light will shine, and, you know, I would expect that energy to radiate out, you know, possibly cover the city. You know, I mean, there's nothing to stop us from moving that energy out. One of the things that I learned in my days of as a coven mate, that your energy, yes, it's like here, but you can push it out. I mean, you have all the abilities to push your energy out as far in front of you, surrounding you, as what your intentions are. So yeah, you can create a bubble. I do that when I'm driving. I have a bubble over my car. You know, I mean, I've done that when I've had to leave my home during a hurricane. I put a bubble over the home. Learn from my mistake. If you do that, include your fence. You know, that's the only thing that got disturbed during Ike when I left, was my fence fell down. So yeah, so that's a lesson well learned. Hey Sarah, how you doing? Okay, so Amy is going to be a part. Okay, so Amy, if you'll just tell me the city you live in, and then I will include you on the map. So whoever's willing to participate, participate, and you can participate without being recognized, and that's fine. I mean, the energy's there regardless if you're put on the map or not. But if you're willing to be put on the map, just tell me your general city. Okay, so Dickinson. Okay. Baytown. Perfect. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah. So Stacy, it's going to be at 7. So you're in Central Standard Time. So whatever crystal you have the affinity for, and guys, I mean, I don't know, how much time do you think we should focus on this? I mean, I think it's going to have to be enough to raise the energy. And the cone of energy that we're going to be raising is going to be palatable, guys. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in a collective energy raising before, but you really, really, really have to understand what power is and how we're going to be feeling it. So be very, very conscious of this. It's not something that, you know, you're just going to do and then just, you know, go watch TV. You are raising energy. And when you're raising energy as a collective, my power with Stacy's power, with Connie's power, with Amy's power, Sam's power. So we're multiplying. We are multiplying it. 9 minutes. Yeah, so just think about okay, so guys, all right, so let's envision this. So Sam is suggesting 9 minutes. So this morning I did a 10-minute meditation with nothing but me focusing on my breath. So 9 minutes of focus, right? Focusing your intention. And if you chant the mantra, promote truth, love, and empathy. Promote truth, love, and empathy. You know, and just say it over and over again. And before you know it, you'll start creating other words and other feelings and emotions will come out of you. So let's see. I want to make sure. Oh, Ellen, hello. How you doing, hon? So Ellen, you are going to be in Ontario, Canada. Ellen Cody. I could do 9 minutes. I like the prime effect. So it's 3 by 3, you know, oh yeah, so if it, you know, 3 is a magical number. So I am all on board with that, Sam. I vote 9 minutes. Anyone else have any objections or any other suggestions? Connie is in Anderson. Okay. Maribel. Oh, Baltimore. I don't know. I've not been to Baltimore. Been to Maryland, but not Baltimore. I'm just writing your names down. So, do you mind if we plot them out? Can I use your first name and last initial? Okay, 9 minutes. Okay, so perfect. So Sam, I mean, at some point we're going to have to all meet somewhere, wherever it is in the U.S., and have a cup of coffee with Sam. He has some amazing ideas. So Sam, can I get your general vicinity? Oh, gave you one too many N's there. Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah, I don't want to give too much information out because, you know, there's so many unhinged individuals out there. So I just don't want to. I want to make sure that we're all safe. Okay. Perfect. Ooh. All right, Sam. Sam's our overachiever. I don't have a skyscraper here. Yeah. I can put it on my roof, but I don't know if that's safe. Chicago, okay. Yeah, you've got the skyscrapers for sure. Yeah. And, you know, guys, I mean, it doesn't have to just be our little group here. So if you know anyone that would be willing to participate, and there's no skill set, guys. I mean, there's no skills involved in this at all. It's just coming from the heart. Yes. So, Sarah, I'm glad you said that. So, we're mixing it up, Sarah. So, tonight's meeting, I guess you could say, is that we're doing it twofold. I really love the fact that we are working together to create grids. We've done it. This will be our 3rd full moon to do that. I really believe that for me, especially, I can't speak for everyone, but having your input and your backing, I don't know how to explain it other than that, your support, maybe that's a better word, having your support on when I create my grid and explaining to you what I'm using as far as the crystals go, and then also the grid, and then the effect that came out of it. Really, it kind of like it made it concrete in a lot of ways. It almost like solidified it for me. One, I think accountability. I think that's the important thing for me. You know, it's so much easier. I'm going to speak only for myself, guys. Is that, you know, you commit to something and you say, yeah, I'm going to do it, and then you're like, no one's going to know if I don't do it, you know. So yes, it'll be a nationwide grid. Absolutely, Sam. So the grids that we're creating, and they don't have to have the same aspect, right? So, and I'll show you some of the crystals that I've selected, Sam. So I think they should be personalized. But I think that the intention that we set forth should be the same. So that's what's going to give it power, is that we all have individual grids and individual crystals, but the intentions that we bring forth into that grid will be the same. And that intention is to promote truth, love, and empathy, right? And if you want to have an additional crystal, and I do actually plan on having a cluster with me to, so I'm going to be, I'm going to create the grid, activate it, bring it to life, and then at 7-Eleven is when I'm going to bring focus to it. And then that's when my heart is going to connect with the crystal, the single crystal that I'm choosing. And then from there, it's going to activate that grid. And from there, it's going to connect with you and Sarah and Ellen and Stacy and Amy and Connie and Maribel. So that's my thought, Sam. And I can see that the energy could build that way. But I just want to make sure that it makes sense to y'all. So tell me what you think. I could rattle on some more, but okay, sounds perfect. Good. All right, so if y'all know of anyone else that oh, thank you, Stacy, that is could benefit from this exercise, endeavor, experience. All right, perfect, Maribel. All right, good. Yeah, share the thought with them. They don't have to come on to the page. I mean, that's not a requirement in any way. The most important thing that we do here is that we have that collective energy working, and if we can, like I said, start to build this energy map. And I really think that, without, underneath the earth, there's ley lines. And I think that there's energy vortexes. And I think that we are made of energy. So, I mean, we may not be over a vortex, but I think we can create our own vortex. And I've experienced it before, that we can generate more energy. So, I think that that's going to be important too. So, oh, I forgot to put my name down here. Okay, so Sarah, I know that you may not have realized that we're also talking about this collective crystal coalition, but is this something that you would also be interested in doing? And as I said, it's just focusing energy on a single point or a single phrase, and what we're choosing, and it's an emotion. It's to promote truth, love, and empathy. Ah, perfect. And it's at 7-Eleven, so that's going to be the important thing. And then we're going to do it for 9 minutes. Great. Yeah, and if you know of anyone else, Sarah, I know it's difficult because you would expect that us on this conversation right now would be able to attract friends, family that are like mine, but sometimes it's difficult to pull individuals in to your way of thinking. So if you know somebody that would be open to the concept, then definitely invite them in. Oh, really? I've been to Chicago several times. I worked there several days actually, years ago. It's a beautiful. I actually was in Chicago 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. But I think we all have energy spots. And then, we're going to create our own. And guys, everyone on this conversation, this live with us, you all have the power within you to do this. Chanting, and you'll do some research on the cone of power. And the cone of power is it's your own. I'm going to call it a tornado. It's like a tunnel. I mean, you're creating this energy wave, and as you're chanting, promoting truth, love, and empathy. I promote truth, love, and empathy, and just saying it like that with every atom of your being, you're going to start to overheat. So one thing I wanted to talk about, something practical here. Thursday, don't eat a heavy meal. Drink plenty of water before and after, because you are going to need energy. So you're going to need to make sure you have a healthy meal before, nothing heavy. You don't want to be nauseous. The water, you need to stay hydrated, because you are going to build energy. You're going to heat, right? Think of heat. So that's the practical aspect of what we're doing. And then I would also offer that when you're doing this, don't expend your energy. Try and figure out or think of yourself as being, I'll use the word conduit. So the energy is going to come from the universe, right? The universe is waiting for us to do this. They're ready and prepared to support us. So it's going to come through you. It's going to spark your energy. You're going to supply some of your energy, but you're not going to expand or expel all of your energy, because we want to make sure that you leave this practice healthy and energized, not exhausted and completed. So try and keep that balance, to where when you're focusing and you're committing to that mantra, that you're actually using the universe's energy, right? So you are just like a lantern waiting to be turned on. It's not just your light, but the universe's lights too. So I don't want anyone passing out. I don't want anyone getting sick, or can't go to work the next day and having to call in sick because you gave up all your energy for the the collective good. I don't know how your boss would accept that excuse. So yeah, I would really, it's almost like when I do a journey for people, or if I do healing sessions, it's really important that I disconnect myself from, I don't give up myself. I intake the energy from the universe, and I use it to build upon, and then it's almost like you're a generator, right? It comes through you, it builds and builds, and then you release it. So I would definitely keep that in mind. The water, though, that's critical. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Have it with you. And then your special crystal that you're going to have outside of your grid. Sarah, you might be interested to know. So what I'm choosing on my grid this time around is the Solomon seal. I'm actually working, the energy around you. That's right, Sam. So anything that has the trees, the flowers, the birds, the grass, the rocks, anything, and try and make it as deliberate as you can. So invite that energy. Don't just be passive and stand there. Say to the universe, I am Tina Nardo, and I am here tonight to promote truth, energy, and empathy. If there are any spirits, any energy that is willing to be with me at this time, please come forward and allow me to blend with your energy field and this crystal that I'm holding into my hand, and all of us together will promote this energy outward. Right? So anything, I mean, that's just, I can't use, you don't have to use what I just said, but anything that comes from the heart. And when you do that, guys, the hair is going to stand up. You're going to get thrill bumps, chill bumps, whatever you call it. You are going to create. You're going to be your co-creator here. I mean, this is going to be amazing. Well, yeah, Maribel. So, yeah. So just think about this. So we're going to have to make sure that we don't exhaust ourselves. Right. So you are going to be building up heat. We can't get around that. Yeah, that's just going to be a side effect of it. Yeah. So, all right. So Maribel also has a really good idea. I should have thought of that myself. Oh, thank you, Stacy. Yeah, I'm giving. So it was actually Sam and Maribel together. These two individuals, they kind of work against each other with brilliant ideas. So I'm just the one that's kind of putting it on paper. Oh, drumming. Yeah. So Maribel is suggesting we contact ancestral energy. Stacy, I think that's right where you are at right now. So ancestral energy. So just think about how much of our ancestors we can be bringing forward into this this process. I'm sure they would be willing to contribute to the creation. Yeah, I don't know of any ancestor that would say, no, I'm too busy. Highlander bagpipe music. Oh, I actually have my shaman teacher. She has a tape of Indian music, not drumming, but singing. It's so beautiful. I'm going to try and find that tape. But yeah, that's a really good idea. So if we think about this, so we're going to bring in the ancestor energy, right? And music, right? So Sam's talking drums, bagpipes. So anything really. I have rattles. So drums, bagpipes. I actually have a CD. Well, do I even have it? I have a CD, but I don't know if I have a CD player anymore. Okay, so, oh, that's right, Ellen. Ellen actually lives on ancestral land. Yeah. So flute music, flute, bonfire, right? Yeah. So, and bonfires, fire itself, I mean, that raises energy. Once you start working with fire magic, that builds heat in itself. I mean, that's just duh. But the fire element, this fire spirits that are there, I mean, they will help. I mean, once you start focusing on fire, you can actually raise the fire. You'll raise the flame. You can actually, if you focus well enough, you can actually manipulate the flame. So yeah, bonfires. Let's see. Okay, Apple Music. I don't have an Apple I don't have an Apple phone. Yeah, so drumming. So anything that's going to help you. I would certainly offer that you, if you are, if there are others around you, make sure they're of the same mindset. One thing you don't want is any negative intrusions, any conflicts of interest, anyone that's going to redirect your focus. So that might be a little bit challenging for some of us. But just do your best. You know, just try, and if you have to be discreet, if you need to keep it as private as possible, do what you can. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Even psychedelic medicinal herbs, plant medicine. You know, things like that. Sure. Yeah. Not a problem. Our ancestors did that. So I mean, it's to me, it's acceptable. I don't have a problem with that. It's not. I'm not gonna. You don't need my permission. Is what I'm trying to say. So I had to tell you, when I was talking about privacy. So I was actually in the Middle East, which they hang people, you know, for not being Muslim and not adhering to Allah. I was at the Persian Gulf, on the beach. And it was the summer solstice, and I did a little mini ritual in between. I had just, you know, some seashells. I was sitting cross-legged, had the seashells in my legs, and I performed a ritual. It wasn't, I didn't have to be all exuberant. I didn't have to yell and dance and, you know, putting anything, you know, out there that anyone would cause issues from happening near them. So it is possible to be discreet if that's necessary. I'm not telling you have to be. I mean, that's totally up to your own circumstance. I'm fortunate that Wendell is extremely supportive. I've introduced him, and he's a willing participant to all aspects of my my life. I was actually, I'll tell you this, just the other day, I was in my office creating a sigil, and I was telling him, okay, and he walks in, and I'm like, okay, so you, this is my next tattoo. And he was like, he said, I love you. He said, only you would offer to me the first words out of your mouth were, this is my next tattoo. You know, so, but he's just totally open to anything. So I'm really fortunate in that, and it's not everyone's circumstance. So do what you can to keep yourself safe and comfortable, and you know, have the joy in it. Don't make it to where it feels bad for yourself. If in any way, whatever the reasoning, it feels negative, then stop doing it. Whatever you felt like it should be, if your outside influences are causing the situation to be negative, stop. You know, save it for another day. You know, just and then just say, you know, I have to save this for another day, and accept it and move on. So that's something I don't want y'all to be in jeopardy for anything. So I'm going to show you what I've selected for my grid. Okay, so I mean, it might give y'all some ideas. If not, I mean, it's totally acceptable. So this is my center stone. I wanted a rose quartz, and actually chose this one because of all the lines in it. I don't know if y'all can see that well enough, but so the rose quartz, and I have I'm going to call it a theme. There's a purpose behind what I'm choosing. So another area that I'm choosing, and once, I don't know if y'all caught that I'm using the Solomon seal. So that's going to be my grid for Thursday. So this is the basis behind my grid. So King Solomon, I know a lot of y'all maybe have heard of him. You know, the Star of David, that's quite popular. So King Solomon was the son of David, and he, so as history says, he actually was able to control demons, and I'm using that word not as a negative way, to help create for him. So that's where I'm going to be using the Solomon seal as a means of creation. So I'm creating a passion project. So I'm using red agate. And so to me, I really wanted to focus on two specific chakras, my root chakra and my heart chakra. That was my focus. So and I think that that's where my weakness and my strengths lie. So my weakness is in my root chakra and my strength is in my heart chakra. So I wanted to bring those two together to try and build this grid into something that I felt like would be very beneficial for myself and my family. So the red jasper is a perfect stone for my root chakra. I feel like it's the something that could help me overcome a lot of my fears, my anxieties, my doubts. You know, I mean, those are the ones I struggle with. It's the basic part of you, right? So that's the red jasper. The next one that I chose is it's called orange opal. Right, so it's orange opal. It's not a really common stone. We have it here in our store. I've had it for quite a while. I've never really used it in any specific grid, so I thought it would be appropriate to use in this one. And I don't have the specific outline of where the crystals are going to go. I'll be doing that on Thursday. I just knew that I needed to collect them beforehand. So the orange of the orange opal has just a little bit of fire to it, right? So it's like building that that root chakra to where it's setting free and almost like disintegrating a lot of my self-doubts, my fears, and you know, my lack of confidence and my trust. So that's where I'm bringing in my orange opal. And then I also citrine. I mean, oh my gosh, I mean, I love citrine. So the citrines, now although they're not specific to the root chakra, they're more of the solar plexus. I really felt that it was important for me to bring these in because to me citrine gives hope. You know, it just makes me feel like there is a way to turn around what's happening today, that you can move forward, you can give life to a thought and just make your circumstance better. So that's where I felt like citrine would help me. So that's citrine. And then I don't do any grid without clear quartz. So I pulled some of the leaves that we have in our store. They're just so pretty. The vendor that I purchased these from, I mean, they're just so I don't know, graceful, I guess is the word for them. So I wanted to use clear quartz as an amplifier. So I know that whatever I do in this grid, my clear quartz will just it's like a bass, you know, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's just like, here we are, listen to us. I'm going to put this message out for the universe. So that's, I won't do any grid without clear quartz. So that's just me. So then, okay, these little guys. So we have some little flower agate crescent moons, and this is where my heart chakra comes in. So the heart chakra, I don't know how much y'all work with the heart chakra and what your beliefs are, what your experiences are, but So the heart chakra is the midpoint, so it connects your lower self to your higher self. I mean, it's the bridge, right? So it is the meeting point, but it's also the mediator. But it can also be the gatekeeper, right? So if your heart's blocked, then the lower self cannot connect to the higher self. But if your heart's too open, then the higher self just floods the lower self. You know, so it's really important to keep your heart chakra balanced and fed with love. And so when I was looking for crystals, I just was immediately drawn to these flower agate moons. They're just so delicate and so soothing. I don't know if y'all can see them well. But so what I plan on doing is taking the rose quartz generator, putting it in the middle, and then surrounding it with the crescent moons. And I'm thinking that I should connect them like this, so that they're catching the positive energy of the rose quartz. That's my initial thought. So we'll see. But another thing that I wanted to do was garnet. So this is part of my personal collection. Garnet. I mean, so my sunstone is a Capricorn. My birthstone is a garnet, and I wanted something to ground the energy of the grid. And not because I felt like it was flighty and it was, you know, flying away and it couldn't be controlled or anything like that. The purpose of my garnet was to harness the energy, you know. So all of the energy that I'm going to be creating here, I don't know, yeah, y'all can see it. My garnet is going to be the responsible one, I guess you can say. You know, it's like, okay guys, you're having all this fun, you know, I know that you're working well, you're building all this energy, but you know, we need to make sure that we're focusing it and we're putting it to good use. It's almost like that, yeah, I guess it's the adult in the grid. I'm going to say that, sorry, but that's your role today. So that's why I chose the garnet. So that's where I built my grid board, if you could say that. So I don't know if anyone has any ideas on what you're going to be doing with your grid, what crystals you may have selected, why you've selected them. Oh, I didn't tell you why. Okay, sorry. All of this is in with the intention that I am going to create a passionate existence that not only overcomes my fears, my anxieties, my doubts, but at the same time it's going to help my heart flourish and be confident and just completely understand that if I have my foundation steady, then I will be able to create anything I'm ready for. Oh yeah, I have several of these. I don't even know how many I have. Yeah, so they're not expensive. They were sold as rare. It kind of looks like an amber, but it's not. So it's not amber. It has that look about it, not the feel. But it's called orange opal. It's a beautiful stone. I have a lot of clients that do wire wrapping with them. Oh, I do not have any, I don't even know how to say that, Sam. AJ. Wendell does the pronunciations for me on the crystals, so let me see what that is. Oh, my gosh, Sam, are you kidding me? Y'all need to look up that crystal he's using. Oh my gosh, Sam, that's beautiful. Wow. Apophyllite too. I almost chose apophyllite. I have 2 tips. But I just wasn't, it wasn't something that resonated me for this grid. I definitely can see it could be so it's a high frequency, it's a high vibrational crystal. So the azurite, how do you say that, Sam? How do you say that? Let me see. I'm looking up how to say azurite. Let me see if I can find. Let me just say pronunciation. Oh, how about that? I'm not the only one to look for that. Ahoite? Ahoite. Ahoite. Okay. Ahoite. Sam, it's beautiful. Yeah. And you know I love smoky quartz, so, you know, that's a given. I mean, I can certainly see why you would choose that. Oh my gosh, Sam. I know. I'm in love too. I don't have any of that. I've never even seen it. We've never had it in the store, Sam. So congratulations on that. It's a beautiful piece. I'm looking at shopping right now, so I can't get distracted. Oh my gosh, Sam. The prices on some of these. Whoa. That is amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to be on the lookout. Yeah. So the grid, I mean, that's something that so let's go ahead and go refocus. So at 7-Eleven on June 24th, which is Thursday, 7-Eleven CST, we're all going to come together. We're going to have our grids. Okay, so, Maribel, we both have rose quartz. I had emerald a couple grids ago. Amethyst, though, I mean, right? I have some window amethysts that I need to use. I haven't decided how I'm going to use them yet. It's not, of course, going to be in this specific grid, but I do know that they will have a platform at some point in the near future. Yep, so we're all going to be, and I've got everyone's city, state, so we're going to do points on the map. If you know of anyone else that would love to participate in the mapping, just send me their first name and last initial and the city, state, and we'll plot them on the map. And then what we'll do is collectively, we're going to create our own unique grids. And then at 7-Eleven CST, we are going to hold the same focus, the same intention, the same mantra, and that is going to be to promote truth, love, and empathy. And that's what the Collective Crystal Coalition, that's us here, is going to start promoting. And I think that's, I mean, I don't know how you can get better than that mantra there, to promote truth, love, and empathy. I mean, there's nothing wrong about that statement at all. I don't know how you can improve upon it. So I don't know that we have to agonize over coming up with something better, because I really think that the world needs truth. And so for those of you that weren't with us when we came about with this mantra, all the ugliness that's out there in this world, there's so many people that are saying untrue things about others just to be controversial or to cause pain and strife. And so that's where the truth comes. And then love, I mean, that just speaks for itself, right? So we should love each other. But empathy, and we don't know what another person's experiencing. So, I mean, if they're having a bad day, or if they're sad and we attack them verbally, hopefully never physically, but, you know, judge them. Having empathy, I think, is so important in this day and time. Not to be walked over. I'm not asking y'all to be a doormat. I don't think any of us here could have that in our genetics. But I really think that to promote truth, love, and empathy, I think that that's just a beautiful example of humanity, right? So I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this for a while, ever since we started looking at it. Yeah, you know what I did? Okay, so, all right, so Sam, maybe you are clarifying this for me, because I did write down communicate to promote. So communicate truth, love, and empathy. Okay, yeah, so what would y'all like to do? We'll keep it like this. Okay. All right, good. All right. Yeah, and communication is exactly something that we'll be doing. Yeah, so it's going to be so cool. Y'all are amazing people. I'm so thankful that us that have come together in, you know, different different experiences, different intentions, definitely different, you know, aspects on the map have come together to contribute our time and energy and focus on this one day on Thursday, because once again, I know that how important it is for everyone to you know, give of their time. It's time's valuable, and you know, so I do appreciate that everyone here is able to contribute to that. And once again, if you know of anyone else that is of a like mind, then just let me know, and I'll just need the city, state, or province if you're in Canada, first name and last initial, and then we'll get them mapped out. And so let's see, Amy. Oh, cool. Yeah, Ellen. I know. So you're feeling good about that, I think, because if you're like me, I think that, you know, there's only so much we can do, right? I mean, I can't fix. There's only so many people we can heal. But if you can, you know, just be that light, you know, that in that spot of darkness, and have people look at you, Ellen, as an example of what one human being can do in your isolated part of the world, and just put out that energy. And you know, there might be people, guys, that, you know, would have negative things to say about this. So be prepared in that. So you're not going to have a lot. You know, not everyone's going to be a supporter of this. So just be prepared with that. But I think that those are the people that need us the most. I don't know, Sam. I don't know. But I'm hoping that, I mean, like attracts like, Sam. So I know that we cannot be the only ones out here doing this. So the groups that are out there that are probably saying the same thing you are, who else is doing that? We should all get together. We will connect with them, Sam. I know we will. So it's just going to take, you know, Ellen asking one person to join, and me asking one person to join, and then that person asking another person to join. And before you know it, our spider web has just grown, and we are starting to sit, you know, and just to connect with others. Oh, nice. See? I know. That's a sacrifice you're going to have to make, Ellen. Oh, I would love to have a lake to sit by. Yeah. I have a swampy piece of backyard that doesn't drain very well. and we're having some rainstorms right now. But I have a bird bath, and that's nice. So yeah, take the blessings where you can get it. But I do appreciate the fact that you have your crystals near you. So that means that you have such a wide selection, right? So just think about that. You are going to be able to create the most spectacular grid. And I think that you are put there deliberately. I think whatever circumstance changed in your life to have you move to this home was deliberate, right? And Amy, I know, I'm so excited too. And you've got 2 little ones too that are the most amazing helpers. So if you're of the mindset to enlist them. Oh my gosh, Sam. A concert tour list, right? I know. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep the running list. And I'll post it on the page to where, you know, everyone knows, you know, there's a representative from their town. And, you know, if they join forces, right, so that just amplifies the energy. So it doesn't cancel it out. And it certainly doesn't replace it. So, I mean, if there's 2 people in Chicago, Illinois, right, I mean, that just means we have doubled the energy out of Chicago. Yeah, so this is so exciting, guys. I'm just so thankful for y'all. I mean, I never would have come up, well, this is Sam and Maribel's idea, but I never would have been able to realize this, right? I mean, so we are co-creators here. This is just so phenomenal. It really is. And I know that a lot of people struggle with having the opportunity to, you know, to connect with others. They might have a brilliant idea. So this is where I think that this platform has been so useful, and that is that we can come together regardless of where we're at and just share ideas. I know Wendell's trying to come up with other technology so that we can actually, I know that there's Zoom and there's several other places out there. Oh, that is so cool. Yep, so I just saw Sarah say something, but then it went away. Did y'all see Sarah's comment? It just kind of like left. She's going to go out to a park. That's interesting that Sarah's comment just is gone. Is anyone else seeing that their comments aren't being posted? Always, my daughter got me this cauldron cup. I love it. Okay. All right, you saw it. All right. Ooh, lovely. All right, so there's Sarah's. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the energy of the water, Sarah, I mean, can you imagine? So that we're all made of water. I mean, we understand that with the tides. So the fact is that, and I've done some really magical, strong, powerful magic at the ocean. So I would definitely recommend that if you're wanting to build energy, because it is powerful. Any running water, right? Any body of water that's running. Maybe even a toilet. A toilet can be powerful magic too, but I'm not sure that that's appropriate. Okay, cool. I was hoping that it wasn't just Facebook doing that. Alright, nice. Okay, yeah, because I know Facebook can be very cantankerous. Should I say that word? Yeah, I think it's a good way to phrase Facebook sometimes. It doesn't always act kindly when it should. I guess they have their own way of being. Yeah, so All right, so we're just a few minutes to where the call will be over. So we have it scheduled for an hour. So just to follow up, on June 24th, 7:11 CST, I've got the names down where you're going to be. We're going to put the map together, and we'll post it on our site. I'm hoping we can do something that's animated. So we'll have your first name and last initial. You'll build your grid. Whatever intention you have for the grid is separate from the mantra that we're going to be using. So the mantra is going to be promoting truth, love, and empathy. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to hold that space for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. So set your timer. Once again, just try and, eat lightly. Don't have anything heavy. Nothing spicy for sure. Drink plenty of water before, plenty of water afterwards. Try and stay in the right frame of mind. Feel the intention. Live the intention. It's going to be hard to do that if you just had an argument with your spouse, right? So try and keep that in your head throughout the day, that you're preparing for this this incident, this moment. So it's a pretty big responsibility, because we want to make sure that the energy you bring forth has the elements of truth, love, and empathy, and anything else we need to leave behind. And I know it might be difficult. I had bad days at work, get traffic jams or whatever, but just know that this is a responsibility that we're going to give to the group, is that we're going to hold this with the highest good that we have within us. So then that's on the 24th, and then, okay, so that's this Thursday. I'm pulling up my calendar. So on June 29th, we're all going to come back together, and we're going to give our experiences of what occurred. And I would like for y'all to be as detailed as possible. I'm going to cherish your experiences. So just try and remember as much as you can. Write it down. I'm horrible with remembering things, so I write them down. Then if you can also how should we do this? Send me a picture of your grid if you can, and then that way we can share that on the 29th too. So grid pictures and then experiences. Yep. I think that, yeah. So, is there anything that I've missed? I need y'all to, keep me on track here. I know if you can video it too, that would be awesome. I don't know. I mean, that's a lot to ask. If you're of mind, pictures, video, anything to help commemorate, the event, the emotions. And it might even help you. You can video and not even share it. I think that I video my journeys, and then that really helps me to when you see it in the third person, you actually feel it more, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Maribel's good with it. Okay. Nice. All right. Okay. Anyone else have any suggestions or anything that they want to correct that I said, or anyone wants clarification? And that way we can oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So yeah, a relaxed state, right? So relaxed. I'm gonna write this down. Let me see. I use these pens that you can erase. They're so cool. Alright, so June 29th. Alright, so grid pictures. So share grid pictures and our experiences. Sam, I love you. I mean, I tell Wendell this too, so he's well aware that I have it. I admire you. You have the most amazing ideas. Has anyone ever had aura photography done? If you haven't, go to a metaphysical fair, look it up near you. One of our dear friends, Wayne Darling, his last name's Darling, right? That's his real name, Darling, right? He's a Native American Indian. He does aura photography. It's so freaking awesome. I mean, awesome. And I actually have another friend that does. She has the aura photography, but it's digital. Wayne actually has the Polaroid. That's what I've had done. And I also had it done by Deborah. She has the computerized version. But we have, I mean, everyone is made of energy. I mean, we all have probably agreed to that on this call. The way that your aura changes based upon your events in your life, the memories that you're holding, the attitudes that you're in, the situation that you're experiencing, the guides that are with you. It's so beautiful to see. And when it's colorized and you can actually see, you know, your spirit guides above you, it just confirms that, for me, it confirms that we are made out of energy, and more importantly, spirit is there to support us. They're all around us. Yeah, I mean, we may not see them, be able to feel them, taste, touch them, but when you acknowledge their existence, that's when they are able to get closer to us. And Sam's idea of having a thermal camera, which before COVID, we were actually looking at, last February, Wendell and I were contemplating a trip to, we actually made an appointment with, I guess you could call him a distributor in San Antonio, to look at purchasing biometrics, which is akin to a thermal camera. Yeah, so I have full belief in its existence and its reality, I guess you could say. I don't know, lack of a better word. I'm not a wordsmith. But yeah. So Sam, if you have a thermal camera, I want to see your pictures. Absolutely. Yeah, so y'all need to send us whatever you got. Video, pictures, thermal camera, anything like that. And then that way we can document it and share the experience. Because I'm hoping that this is not the last time we do this. I really like the idea of piggybacking off of the full moon grid work. And the fact that we are choosing the full moon and then the amplification of that full moon energy on top of the mantra that we're using. Yeah, I mean, we're just adding layers and layers and layers, and then all of us coming together. So, yay! Y'all are cool. I am so happy to be a part of this group. Thank y'all very much for being here and contributing and sharing, and yeah, just being willing to put yourself out there and making something like this happen. The world desperately needs something like this. Desperately. So thank you again. So, alright, so It's after 8. Is there anything y'all want to share before we go? Sam, I don't. Well, I do actually have lavender. I use it in my herbal remedies. So yes, I do have lavender and honey tea. Yeah, so that's actually a good idea. So, okay, so we talked about water. So, I mean, afterwards, I think you deserve a bonus, right? So something to gift yourself with. So definitely give yourself, you know, a pat on the back for doing this. So do what Sam's suggesting. Do something. Give yourself a love gift, whatever it is. A bath. You know, take a scented bath, an Epsom salt bath, lavender honey tea. So a love gift to yourself. I like that, Sam. Thank you. You make this group so great. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I mean, we didn't have any technical difficulties. Yay! Good for me. I know y'all are just so patient with me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you again for seeing this out. All right, so I got everybody's information down. We're going to have that map up. Get ready. We are going to do this. And yeah, absolutely, Stacy. Thank you. Yes, we'll see you next Tuesday, June 29th. All right, guys. Blessings. Thank you so much. And have a good week. Be safe. Really enjoy Thursday. This is something to be excited about. So enjoy it. Enjoy all aspects of it. 9 minutes of joy. Right? 9 minutes of joy. And I want to hear all the juicy details. So thank you again, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.